Hello, welcome to my custom level that I've made for Golf with Your Friends. Today I'll be going over the design choices that I've made for the game. So for this page, you've come up with a name. I've come up with this name because I generally didn't have a name in the mind for it, so I just came up with just a really cheap name. And you have to make a description to publish it on Steam if that helps really, but it's useful for when you want to do playtesting outside of lessons. You also need to have like cameras and stuff for like the workshop, loading screens. This is for all the spawn points. I don't know if my mouse can see, but if you can see the mouse, for hole 1 I've set that to a par 5. For hole 2 I've set it for a par 6. For hole 3 it's a par 5. Hole 4 is a par 4. Hole 5 is a par 7, hole 6 is a par 6, and hole 7 is a par 7. Sorry, par 5. So yeah, for hole 1, I've just made a really simple level. Not a level, but like a simple course for the player to go through. It's mostly just straight lines with a corner pieces for the player to like bounce off of. So like they can go from there, from where there's a spawn, to the left corner, and they'll bounce into this ball, and it could set them back over there, but it also helps with making a good line trajectory into that corner to bounce off into like bounce off from here to here, all the way end up here into the loop. This would be the main point of attraction for the player to see, like, you know, for affordance, so they know where they need to go to end the level, because the flag is hidden behind the cabin when you start the level. There is a free camera that the players can use, so they can see where they need to go for the level. But I think that just having a loop in here makes it so that they know where they need to go, makes it easy for them to visibly see. So yeah, that's it for like course 1. For my second course, I have made like a curved like C shape, like a G shape on this angle, but the main point of this one is all of the curved like platforms like these. This helps with like making speed and stuff, so like they go up the ramp up to this corner, and it will then gradually make them go like around here, and will end up around here somewhere when they if they decide to use too much power going over the ramp for like their next shot, or maybe maybe the third one. They can either go straight down, which is would be the most common route, and then over the ledge. It should end up usually around here is when I've been playtesting it, so it should end up around this point here. And then depending on the speed for the next shot, you'd want to like get over these two like ramps, I guess you'd call them. I'd call them lobs. Well, no, I call them ramps. You have to then try and aim it into the hole here, but I thought it'd be too easy, so I thought I'd give this path here, like remove this guardrail, so like they can roll off, making it hard for the players to like complete the level. For my third one, I decided to use more structures, I think it's called. More features for like this swing gate, the portal inside this hole that will send the player directly above the hole, so they can be like an easy hole in one. But that would be too easy with so I put the swing gates in, so it makes the player have to like choose a good timing. Also, if the player goes too fast, they can also then end up knocking themselves over the hole and then off the ledge, like making it, you know, harder again. Or they can just take the regular route, which would be up this ramp, over these lumps and semicircle ramp, I'm gonna call that, all the way down to this wooden bridge, like downslope bridge, straight into this like area down here, so that they can take more shots into the hole. Or they could just probably get like lucky with the the way that the pathing is on this, and then in the hole from the ramp. For my fourth one, I've decided to make it so the player needs to do little amount of shots. That's why this is a par 4. Because par 3 would be a bit too hard in case the player messes up multiple times. So from the start, they'd go from here up to this one. This free speed box would send them up depending on the speed. If they did a heavier swing, it would send them all the way up. But the way that this is designed is that you're supposed to do a low swing into the speed box down here, and then it will then fling you up onto there, and you should fall down slowly into this one here, into this slope, and it will fling them into this hole, fling them into this down here, and if they have enough speed, it will then shoot them up over there, and then they will land inside the hole. This, I think the affordance of this will make sense, because the way that they're positioned, it's like telling the player where they need to go, essentially, with all these curved lines, telling them that it's all curve shape, meaning everything's in the air. For hole 5, I've decided to make this one more structure based, meaning that like there's a lot more to do rather than just a regular narrow path. So for the first part, there is a ramp that the player can use to then launch themselves all over here, and then that leads us straight to the trapdoor. So the player has to then time the launch off the ramp with this trapdoor so that they can, like, you know, bounce off of it onto the platform that are where the hole is. But yeah, timing is really important with this one, because you can either fling yourself off and the trapdoor closes just before you hit it, or you just get there as it closes and open it again before you can bounce yourself off. Or there you can take the left path or the right path. The right path, there is a fake hole that when going down, it will send the player to a portal that will then put them back through this portal, and we'll just put them over here, making it, you know, like, easier for them to get back on, just as like a little a fake out, making them so they aren't going to waste a stroke on them. Yeah, so they won't waste a stroke on this level. After that, if they don't end up in the hole, they can either get stopped by these spike posts or go straight past them, depending on timing as well. There's also another hole here that I've put here that doesn't do the same. It just puts them off the map like the others do. I think there's just one else on this map. No, there's 2. These 2 don't do the same thing as this one. They'll just throw you off the map, making you have to redo it again. And then there's just this thundercloud. I think if it strikes the ball, it will send it flying somewhere, but I've not really had anything done with it when I've used it. This is more like the swing gate, but it has these little holes in for the player to aim through, so it, like, you know, there's a way for the player to, like, time it, so to go through it. It's a bit tricky to get through with the timing and the angles. And then after this, there's a fake hole that we've spoken about. Then there's this rotating floor, that, like, if they go onto it, they will then, like, rotate off, probably, like, send them either back here or there. I guess making it, like, harder for them to, like, angle their shots properly with it spinning too much. And then when we get to here, there's this swing gate that, like, narrows down the way that they need to be, so they either be straight in the middle, or if they could be, like, say that they're positioned here, they can, like, then bounce themselves off of the open door into this place, or probably get stuck by the trap door that's over here. If they're lucky, they could either do it in one full swing or, like, 2 short swings. For hole 6, I've made technically just a really long ramp with like multiple straight paths on it. This one is more so not the best one I've made. The trap door, just there to like stop the player from just abusing the ramp speeds. Not the ramp speeds, the corner speeds, like sending a power shot into this wall, flinging them down here, bouncing off into there, into the trapdoor, or doing the same thing this way and then into the trapdoor and not falling off. If they're lucky, they could probably stop around here and then fling themselves over this loop when they get the chance to, if the timing's right. And then when they come down to here, there's these plinko paths. That's what it's called. It's called a plinko angle. You can either just jump over it, or you can like just, if you're lucky enough, the ball will just fall straight through. Or I can get stuck and then push yourself back, which I've had happen before. After getting through there, I think momentum will just roll them straight down the spiral path, which would be good. Or you could just send it down yourself, which would make you go quicker instead. If the ball's got slow momentum, they could just like roll down here and then do some like little hops off the side and do that, and just land into this hole here. Or if they take the full path down, they'll have to then get past this movable object, which is like blocking the path off, and then to the end goal where there's a hole here. For my final hole, I have made a boost ramp that sends them off of this platform to a different platform to end the game. So they start from here, they then angle their position, send it up to the corner, hit the top of that, bounce down, all the way down here, and then this would be where the restart shot would be from if they ever decide to, if they ever fail the thing again. So yeah, after flinging themselves into the speed box here, it will then boost them over to this platform over here, where I've placed 9? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 holes. 8 of them are have portals beneath them, which leads to this one here, and then which is on the right. But the only one that doesn't have a portal is this one, which is the one that they need to end the game. Other than that, that has been my custom level. Thank you for watching.